He lied, and he lied again, and he lied about the lies, both to the public and also to Parliament. He has broken the ministerial code. He has no longer got the moral authority to govern. People made huge sacrifices.
British politics is in turmoil yet again. Rachel Reeves, the so-called rising star of the Labour Party, hailed as a champion of truth and integrity, is now under fire. The accusations? Alleged lies on her CV, a shaky budget, and decisions that have alienated key voter groups. But here's the real twist. The very party that claims to be the honest alternative is now scrambling to defend its own hypocrisy. Let's rewind to 2022, when Reeves boldly criticized Boris Johnson, calling him out for lying, and lying again. She claimed leaders must uphold moral authority to govern, and yet today, Reeves herself faces allegations of bending the truth about her professional experience. This isn't just a personal crisis. It's a disaster that could tear Labour's credibility apart. But wait, there's more. These scandals are more than political theater. They highlight a growing pattern of broken trust, not just in Reeves, but in Labour as a whole. Is Reeves guilty of deception? And how will Keir Starmer manage the fallout? Stay with us as we expose every detail of this political storm. Rachel Reeves's image as a no-nonsense, straight-talking leader is now in tatters. The revelations? Her claim of working as an economist at the Bank of Scotland turns out to be false. She was actually in retail banking at Halifax. And what about her boast of a decade-long career at the Bank of England? Records show it was only 6 years. Are these innocent mistakes or carefully crafted lies to boost her political persona? For someone who has relentlessly attacked her opponents on issues of integrity, the irony is glaring. Conservatives have wasted no time in pouncing on this scandal. One MP mockingly referred to her as Rachel from accounts, suggesting she lacks the expertise required for her high-profile role as Chancellor. But this isn't just about Reeves. It's about Labour's entire narrative of being the party of accountability and trustworthiness.
Serious for Keir Starmer, given that he has another 4 years of this to try and get through.
Well, listen, Henry, I'm really glad you came on, because you have cleared up the situation, exactly what will happen, which I suspect won't be much. But if, as Lee Anderson indicates, she wasn't much more than Rachel from accounts, it might explain her budget, and it might explain the enormous cock-ups with the winter fuel allowance and now the farmers' inheritance tax. A lot of people are worried about her competence and, of course, her dubious background.
The public deserves leaders who tell the truth, Reeves once declared in Parliament. Anything less is a betrayal of their trust. Now, those very words have come back to haunt her. This controversy raises a fundamental question. If Labour can't hold its own leaders accountable, how can they expect the public to trust them with power? But the drama doesn't stop there. Reeves's recent budget decisions have sparked widespread outrage. Her choice to slash winter fuel payments for pensioners has been branded as cruel and tone-deaf. Critics argue that this move betrays Labour's promise to stand up for the most vulnerable in society. Farmers, another key voter group, are furious over her controversial tax changes. These policies, combined with soaring taxes and spending cuts, are painting Labour as a party that talks about fairness but fails to deliver. Here's the bigger picture. Labour's credibility is crumbling on two fronts. First, Reeves's alleged misrepresentations have undermined their claim to moral superiority. Second, her budget blunders are alienating the very groups Labour needs to win over in the next election.
But the whole House recognises the authenticity of the Right Honourable Lady's backstory, her pride in being a carer, and indeed in her recent elevation. By contrast, in June, the Chief Constable of Northamptonshire was sacked for misrepresenting his CV. And just last month, Tanya Nasri, the nurse, was imprisoned for 5 years for doing the same. Does the Right Honourable Lady agree with me that such serious consequences are right and just in such cases?
Well, Mr. Speaker, what I would say to the Honourable Gentleman, I know where he's trying to go with this. What I would say to the Honourable Gentleman is, the Right Honourable Gentleman, I do apologise. What I would say to the Right Honourable Gentleman is our Chancellor in the last 4 months has shown more competence than the last 4 Chancellors that he had.
During a heated exchange in Parliament, Graham Stewart confronted Angela Rayner. If Labour truly values honesty, How do you justify standing by Rachel Reeves? Rayner's response? A fiery defense of Reeves's competence, claiming she has achieved more in 4 months than the last 4 chancellors combined. But here's the catch. While Labour loyalists might applaud her rebuttal, many undecided voters see it as a deflection. And this is the real problem. Labour is increasingly seen as a party willing to overlook its own flaws while pointing fingers at others. The public is watching and judging. Keir Starmer now faces a critical decision. Does he stand by Rachel Reeves, risking Labour's already fragile credibility, or cut her loose and risk internal chaos? Either choice is fraught with danger. The stakes couldn't be higher. Labour is positioning itself as the government in waiting, but scandals like these could destroy their chances in the next election. Reeves's alleged lies and budget failures are more than personal embarrassments. They're political liabilities that threaten to derail the party's entire platform of honesty and fairness. But there's a way forward if Labour is willing to take it. Reeves and Starmer must address these issues head-on, offering transparency and accountability. Anything less will only deepen public cynicism and give their opponents more ammunition. This scandal is more than a test of Rachel Reeves's character. It's a test of Labour's leadership. Can they prove they're different from the Conservatives? Or will this controversy confirm the public's worst fears about politics being all talk and no action? What do you think? Is Rachel Reeves guilty of deliberate deception, or is this being blown out of proportion? Join the conversation in our free Telegram group, link in the description, where we discuss important issues without censorship. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates. And if you want exclusive behind-the-scenes content, consider becoming a channel member. Stay tuned, because British politics is about to get even more dramatic.